Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Denlex95 here, and I'll try to keep this intro short so we can jump straight into the game. So after watching, I really love your feedback so I can keep on improving and make this a channel you can enjoy coming back to. And of course, if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps a lot. So today we are going to diving back into this game called Caput Mortum. So in the last episode we made a first run, so we unlocked the end and we discovered that this game basically based on ancient medieval times 16th century France, where the alchemists tried to recreate artificial human, also known as Homunculus. And what did the alchemists discover was they did not expect the Homunculus make something far darker and sinister at the end. And also at the end we also unlocked there's a true ending, which requires us to replay the entire game and to find the missing pieces. And here's what it says. The alchemist's greed knows no bounds. One hidden symbol has appeared on each floor below ground level. So that is the clue, so we need to find, and that is also the objective in this game. So without further ado, let's try dive into the journey. France, 16th century, a traveler arrives at the long-abandoned village, once plagued with mysterious disappearance and bad crops, now rotting at the foot of an ominous tower. The edifice, built by alchemists decades ago, is rumored to be a source of the village misfortunes and home to great evil. Something sinister beckons the traveler to venture inside. Again. Okay, so we are in the game again, so with mouse and keyboard, we use the mouse to move the angle around, WASD to move, very classic. And also I really enjoy those retro kind of a PS1 style vibe. Okay, so over there at the front, that will be the tower we'll be entering to. And also I love the details, the crow actually circling around the tower, which makes it actually much more ominous presence. Okay, let's try head over there. And over that side, that should be the village, if not mistaken, yeah. So over there, you can see at the bottom there, that should be the abandoned village that has been described in the early opening. I have to say that I really enjoy the environment so far. Right. There are some symbol descriptions here. Okay, so press hold on left shift while moving the mouse to move your hand, and left click to perform an action. Okay, then if we were to move around, they just move the camera angle. So over here we will be needed to open this door. Here we are. So we move our hand in this doorknob. Okay, so here we are. We're able to open the door, and we immediately welcoming by two gargoyle presence over here. And I have to say again, this is really a nice cool detail. You really like staring into your soul. Over here there will be a lot of like the gates over here, and one of the gates here have this flower plant, so we will require using this to unlock to the further level, the next level. Okay, so the rest is just empty and dry out plants. So let's try head up to the first floor. And I still have to say again, this painting is really magnificent. It's like you're walking into like an art museum gallery. Really stunning. And yeah, it's like admiring like ancient people, the olden days people's artwork. And in front of us here we have the lift, so we require to power the generator through here. So if we were to click a strange apparatus, perhaps there's something I could put it in. So yeah, we need to put the flower just now we found at the ground floor. So behind over here there's actually a switch, so let's activate that. Okay, so you hear the sound, so it means that the apparatus, the grill has been lifted. So let's try go grab our plants over here. So here we are. Okay, need to go closer. Right, so let's try head back up there. Alright, so here we are. Let's try to put this in. So some reasons that this flower able to generate the steams to activate the leaf. Yeah, so here we are, descending into the Caput Mortum. Okay, living quarters. So there will be a symbol on each floor below the ground level. So let's try to look carefully so we don't miss the symbols to unlock the true ending. So first off, the red lights over here instantly attract your attention. You'll be going into this room to look around a bit. Yeah, so let's try have a look this room, make sure we don't miss out the symbols. Okay, so far I don't see any of the symbols maybe lying around in this room, and it's still empty as the first playthrough. Alright, I really like the vibes and enjoying the game so far. Really like you're trying to adventure into the medieval buildings. Yeah, so this is a second room. Over here we can find a note. So it says, send us a new shipment immediately. The previous one was destroyed by the villagers with in transit. I cannot express how eager I am for the moment when we won't need those wastes of flesh any longer. Right, so this is how you discover the game story. So by reading all these notes, you will discover eventually the whole Alchemist story without narrating by the narrators. Okay, so over here we can grab this stuff. So right click to let go of an object, and control to crouch. Right, simple systems. And let's try to close the door just to make sure we look at every single corner so we don't miss out any details. So far, no. Let's go into another room. Okay, so over here, this is the third room. And over here, we actually can find another note over here. Let's try to read it. The human condition is that of a caged animal, complains with the labor it forced upon itself. Farmers, artisans, and poets. Buffoons toiling day and night on meaningless things. So, yeah, I think if to understand this sentence correctly, it's basically is people who obsessing about certain things too much. If I read it correctly. And for the stuff, right, we actually have to go to the further end of this room. In the last playthrough, we actually discovered this is actually the ancient medieval toilet. Your old school toilet, literally. And over here, we can find this slate. So let's try to use this. Right, so here we are, we get this plate. So this is the one of the key puzzles for this stage. So we need to unlock the door in front of us. That's the door. So by putting this slate inside this hole, so you're actually able to unlock the door later on. Okay, so another room, actually the door is open, so let's try go in. So over here, same as last time. Let's try to close the door. Alright, there's no symbols hiding around. Okay, over here actually you can crouch and you can walk through here. And over here there's this skeleton holding another plate. Okay, so we need to crouch and grab this. And yes, the skelly will, the ghosty will open the door for you. So hopefully we can find the skelly later. Anyway, oh yeah, there it is. So that is our first symbol. I will assume this is it, because the last run we don't see it. So it's a circle with a dot. So try to make note of this thing. Okay, got it. And yeah, this key actually apparently just stuck there forever. I'm not sure any use of that key, but somehow it just stuck there. And got some message we can actually translate by pressing E button. Forgive me, my brothers. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So I actually missed out quite a lot of the details in the first run. And over here as well. Flee, intruders. The death of man lies below. Well, yep, clearly we can see that. And over here, let's try go back up. So we got our first clue, the symbols, and also we got ourselves the plate to unlock the door over here. Okay, let's slot it in. So afterwards, actually we still have to press the buttons over here to open the door. Okay, here we are, and it's getting shaky. An O Komomba. So over here it actually translates as above, so below. So it's kind of like meaning like a heaven, earth, and also hell, like a different multitude layer. The laboratories. So over here we'll be instantly welcoming by this statue over here. So this guy is like being strangled by a snake-like creature holding an apple that is forced to his face. So, and over here we can get this plate to slot it in. So our objective in this level is to fill up the whole plate to discover the true title of this art. Right, so first of all we can actually go to this first room over here. So in this room what you can find is actually this. This is the sword, so left click to attack, R to shift and unshift. Okay, so that's what we can find. Let's try keep the sword. I mean the knife. Okay, so there's no symbols around so far. Okay, so over here this actually can be undone by this knife. Alright. This is our first room. And yes, we are welcomed by these snake-like creatures. And over here we can find in this room is actually this over here. So this will be our second puzzles we have to solve in this room. I mean in this level. So we need to find this bottle with this symbol, and we're going to mix into this liquid so we can actually retrieve the things inside. Anyway, so let's try to get rid of that monsters. Okay. Let's try to be careful. Oh. Got damaged by it. Oh, shit. Okay, so got hit 2 times, so I have to be careful. So these slug-like creatures actually is like you have to dodge it by every time before it strikes. I think it sort of have its own momentum, but I missed it. But never mind, I think we can find the herbs later. Oh yeah. Right, so this is the herbs we can grab. So press Q to see the healing herbs and left click to regain your health. So yeah. So after we got our knife, we can go to this room over here. Let's try open this door. Okay, so over here we actually blocked by this cupboard. We can crouch again to come over here. Right, so over here actually I still find this light actually kind of fascinating. So somehow it just grew from the mouth and the eyeball. Okay, oh wait. Okay, so lucky, so we found a second symbol. It looks like, I'm not sure what do you call this cross, but yeah. It does kind of remind me like the cross in the Yu-Gi-Oh game. Okay, anyway, we got the cross. First one was the circle with the dot in the middle, right? And over here in this room, you've discovered that actually the alchemists were actually secretly transporting all these human organs. So in the first notes, the flesh, basically this is what it means by the flesh. Okay, over here we can actually grab the key, the laboratory storage key. And beside this is the liquid that we need to neutralize, and that's our next plate. Right. So without further, let's try head back there. Okay, so this key you'll be using for the room over here. So after open this room, you have to be a bit careful because over there you can see the painting. it actually has a defense mechanism, like so. There you are. So you have to be careful. So after you enter this room, so here we are. There's another note over here. The human soul and spirits are resources with an outrageous amount of untapped potential. Alchemy must evolve past the simple transmutation of physical materials and instead explore how the metaphysical can be exploited. Okay, so there it is. So throughout all these notes and messages, we can slowly to understand the whole picture of this game. And over here there's a key also. Let's try to grab that. So out just now, I believe over here we will have, oh, yep, have to be careful with the darts. Yeah, over here we can find this crate. Let's try to open it. Okay, so I feel protected by these things. So basically this charm looking thing is basically a protector, so it actually prevents you get hit by monster at least one time. Yeah, so have to be cautious when you got it. Anyway, oh yeah. Okay, so luckily actually these things actually can run out of ammunition, so that is a good thing for us. And over here, oh, okay, pressed wrongly. So over here we can actually grab this bottle. This is the one we need to neutralize the liquid inside. I always actually misclick the crouch and also the shift button to grab or move our hands, I mean. So here we are. Let's try add in. Okay, so we got it already. So let's try pick this up. So I believe this is basically just a simple acid neutralized with another alkaline solutions. It's a basic science, but in the ancient medieval time, not a lot of people actually know this. So I guess they kind of treated it like a witchcraft kind of a field. Anyway, so here we are. Let's try slot in our second plate. Let's savoir. Oh, sorry. Let's savoir. Alright. So the next room over here, basically this room is blocked, so we actually go to this side. Alright. So over here actually we can see they're actually building the artificial human, as you can see from here. I believe this is actually the actual human figure. So as this one, but the one that is the homunculus is actually over here. Oh, okay. So I have to be careful. Alright, so that is how we actually dodge the attack and manage to avoid being damaged and kill it. So for some reason it's just hiding at this corner. Luckily managed to discover it. Right. So over here you can see this is basically a skeleton. I believe later on we will be revive this homunculi. And over here there's actually another note that I missed out last round. So yeah, let's try to read this. I will soon run out of sulfuric clay and can only make one more figure. 3 males from the village are in status and their spiritual humor must process within the month. Otherwise, we'll have another incident on our hands. Yeah. So that explains why the villager actually disappeared mysteriously. It's actually conducted by our alchemist over here. And these are the missing villagers. So that's how we understand the whole game stories bit by bit. And yes, this is another puzzle we have to solve. So over here, this puzzle actually over that side, the board will be our second solutions, I mean the clue to these puzzles. So, okay. And over here, we can actually push this guy into the furnace. And yes, here we are. So next things we need, oh wait, before that, grab these herbs. So over here you can see there's this 1, 2, 3 and 4. So basically this is the numbers corresponding to what symbol it locates at. So this circle with a cross in the middle is a second. The fourth is this triangle cross and also like a devil horn cross. Okay. Also, we can try to read what it says. Transmutation of soul and spirit. One spirit Caput Mortum processing. So probably it's trying to telling us that this is how they transfer the human soul and into this artificial human body. If I were to think correctly, this is how it works. Anyway, so we got the so-called the clue. Let's try to kick these puzzles on. Right, so this one is on the second. Let's try to do this. Alright, there we are. And the other two will be on fourth. Right, same as this one. Okay, so right after we put all them at the corresponding level, over here we actually need to press this button to activate the furnace. It sounds like someone screaming though. Okay, so after this actually we can open over here. Wait. Okay, there we are. And that is the slate we need to get to complete the last one of the statue. Also, over here we can find this dead body over here. I believe it's another alchemist. And this is the reason why it was being blocked. And over here you can see the whole thing actually turns red. I believe later on there's another homunculus will actually pop up. So that's our first homunculus monsters will be encountered. Right, so here we are. So right after we actually pick this up, it will unleash the monsters. So there we are. Okay. So that's the monster we need to be careful with. So we need to kill it. So by asking it to come over, we need to show our face. Oh fuck. Fuck. Brother. Alright, so that's the good thing about hiding here. You actually can kill it over here. Oh wait, we still get hit by it. Okay, so there we are. Somehow we still managed to get hit by this homunculus. That is a very creepy face. Anyway, we got what we come from. And let's get back up before we found another enemy. Alright, so here we are. Let's complete this. Le chimie et le savoir. Yeah, let's translate this. The alchemist and knowledge. Alright, so this actually opened the tunnels over here to the next level. Right, so let's head down. Come to me. So there's a door being flashed in front of us, and also at this stage there will be another homunculus we have to deal with. So we have to be careful. Training ground. This is the level. And straight up, we will be seeing over here. These are dead plants, so later we have like a special serum to revitalize them. And over here seems to be a dead, dried up homunculus. Yes. And here's actually some of the serum actually splattered around the floor. And later on over here, this will be the gate we need to solve. So over here we can find this. This is actually a hole for the key to slot in. Yes, there's a large keyhole. And for some reasons this image actually flashed into our mind before we actually walked over here. And over here, this is actually the apparatus again to open the gate. Anyway, let's look around. So all this room will be labeled. This is observations room. Okay, over here will be classroom. And this is actually the room we need to go in first. Alright, love the creaky sound. So in this room, basically you can find two of the chalkboards over here. And one of these chalkboards actually one is actually the clue to solve for our next puzzles. So let's try to reverse this. Planetary systems: Earth, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Sun, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. So this is basically the old planetary system based on the medieval time, whereby people believe that actually the Earth is actually the center of the universe, and all the planets actually just orbit around the Earth. So that's where this planetary system layout came out with. And over here we have like a human figure over here, male and female. It looks like a reproduction system. The baby in the womb after being born and can walk, yeah. And also over here we have another letters. Words are crudely written on a piece of paper. It's fascinating to witness the rate of which homunculi are learning. Yes, Class C is already set to move downstairs. Lucas, what's that one doing? It's transcribing our conversations. How is this possible? We don't teach them how to write. It must have learned by watching us. You, let go of that. So that's it. So it means that the homunculi actually learning how to copying human movement. It sounds kind of like our AI at this point. And over here we have another observations room entrance. So it's locked as well. And over here, this is the classroom. And over here is where just now our entrance at. But we walk straight. If we were to turn left, this will be the corridor we'll be going through. And over here we have a sales room. And on top over here, this is the library room. Bibliothèque. So yeah. So inside this room, we'll be having our another next level puzzles we'll need to solve. Alright, so let's try open the door. So over here in this room, have to be careful, especially not to touch the fireball over there. It actually can hurt you. Last time when I first played through, I actually got hurt by this flame of fireball. And this is the key for the observations room. Alright. And also we have to prepare, so right after we got our observations room key, we'll be playing with this guy, so let's drop this. Let's try to drop this key first. Yep, we'll be playing with this homunculi over here. So we just need to follow his hand movement, and there he will be gone. But if you're not playing with him, and he will gradually following you and getting closer, it actually will hit you. It's a very violent classmate. Alright, let's try to put this in. Here we are in the observations room. So over just now, the observations room was unable to open because it was blocked by these two wooden plank. Yeah. And over here actually we can actually break this. And in order to grab ourselves the rusty hatchet. Okay, so whoa fuck. Oh bro, dude. You're not giving me time to do. Okay. Holy shit. Dude, you're not giving me time to respond, you know. Anyway, so that is one of the danger we have to face in this level. God, oh. Alright, over here we have another symbol. It's like a reverse E. I'm sure someone will know what is it called, but yeah. Drop it down in the comment sections if you guys know what are these symbols meaning. Kind of like a ancient, like a Greek alphabet. Anyway, so we have to be careful with that guy over here. And he will be spontaneously actually coming out everywhere when you're not prepared. Okay. Alright. Here we are, so we need to go to another side, and here we are, and this dude. Alright, so just make sure you don't block his way, he will attack you as well. And I have to say, this guy always gives me goosebumps. I hate that dude. Alright, so here we are. So we need to go to this dortoir, the dormitory room. So over here we need to unlock this as well with the rusty hatches. And this is another area, is the fertilizations room. Okay. And also another thing is that actually this is a key. So this key actually will be unlocking the library room. Okay, just be careful. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yes, please hide, please. I don't like you, but you're heading to the direction we were wanting to go. Okay, so it seems like he's not hiding at this corner. He can be actually hiding at the spot over there. Well, that's a good thing he's not coming in here. Anyway, let's go into the library room. This is the next place we need to unlock the key. So over here, basically the small details we can find is this painting actually painted by the Homunculi. They're trying to copy the painting on the wall. And this guy is actually kind of like blurred out without the eyeball. And over here, some reasons the middle characters kind of stretches the neck. Yeah. Right. Over here we will have another letter. So this will be the clue to try to start our puzzles. The androgyne hid its key well, but will give the faithful. It placed a lonely star at the entrance of Olympus. Right. So basically over here, this is the puzzle we'll be solving. Yeah, so basically you will translate all the name over here, and terra is terra, if I pronounce correctly, is the or terre, or this is a French, so it's terre. It means earth. So the star at the Olympus, I mean the entrance of the Olympus. So yeah, this will be the star it means. So over here, we click this and we'll unlock into the next puzzle room. That guy's not gonna budge in. Right. Oh wait. Almost missed this. The herbs. So over here we can find is this. So we have these 4 symbols over here. It's basically corresponding to the statue. The symbols over here. And the sequence of the statue actually, I mean the symbol is based on the planetary system, the board at the lower ground just now in the classroom. So since I already played this through, so I know what is the sequence. Alright, so over here we'll be controlling using the arrow key on the keyboard and press the spacebar to perform an action. So from last time playthrough, so this is the Mercury. It's actually closest to the Earth. So let's try to put this over here first. And as for the next arrangement will be the Venus. So the Venus is actually in the correct positions. So let's try to put it down so we can actually move the Helios. This is the Helios symbol. Okay, so this is last one is the Jupiter. So we'll be at the last, is the furthest. Helios will be over here in the second last. So this one, Venus over here. Mercury. There we are. So that's how you solve this stage. So it's just based on the old planetary system arrangement. And over here, so you can let go of the apparatus. Right. Over here, we can see our there, the cupboard has been opened. Let's try to grab this key. It looks like those magic wand for some reasons. And also, look at it. It has a pair of wings. Okay, so once we got it, let's try to go down. Have to be careful. the creature might actually come out anytime soon. Okay, so good. He's not here. Let's try to open this door before he disturbs us. Okay, so this is the first layer of the door. We still have the gate need to open. So we need to solve this problem by actually regenerate the flower. Alright. So let's try open this door. Alright, so over here we can grab another herbs. And over here seems to be like the place where they gave birth to the baby. But it looks kinda like a torture chamber as well, look if you look carefully. Alright, so over here basically it just means that you can change your item with the tab buttons. So let's try get rid of this the webcam. Right, over here we have to be careful with this. So this is actually a trap, we have to disengage it. So if otherwise, we'll be actually hit by it and we will get damage. Okay, so we are full with the herbs in the inventory. And over here we get this key. So just now we saw there's a entrance there, there's actually a crate, so we can open it. Right, let's try grab this protection. Wait. Okay. Okay, so this homunculus is gonna cry over here. Okay, that's good. It's ran away. Anyway, so over here, there's another note. The homunculi have been very interested in the concept of soul lately. One of them even asked if one possessed one. Of course, I explained that homunculi are made from processed spiritual humor, and thus did not have a soul. To my surprise, it looked saddened. This might be an interesting area of research. Yeah, so this is another next level, the next stage, whereby the alchemy is starting to discover they're actually learning by itself and trying to become like a human. Right? And over here, let's try to grab our knife first. So at this level, we'll be facing another monsters over here. This is it. Okay, so yeah, this creature will spew out acid. And for some reason, it's not attacking us. So yeah. This is like a... It's almost sort of like a fetus. Should I call it fetus? Wait, that looks like a chicken. It looks like an unborn chicken though. Anyway. So over here in this room, we actually find this note. So basically it says, the homunculus seed is weak, and so are the resulting offsprings. If the fetus is alive and viable, give it 3 drops of the growth serum to negate onset necrosis. So basically this will revitalize a dead being. Yeah. And over here got more of these organs. Yes, more weird organs. Oh yeah, and also over here we have another note. Actually we can read. So it says, progress cannot be stopped. The world is changing, and those unwilling to adapt will perish. The process of creating life has been sole property of female and gods for millennia. But humanity's future resides in its democratization. Okay, so it's kind of like describing our era with dealing with AI. And over here, so I assume just now the creature actually broke out from that vessels. And we got this serum, so let's try get out from here. Okay, so dude, where are you? Alright, he's not here. Let's try to do this. I don't like that creature. So alright, so the gate will actually open. Okay, so let's try go down over here. the gate will instantly shut. So anything, if you miss, you'll miss forever. You have to replay the game. So make sure that you got what you need before you proceed. Alright, so over here we have to crouch, and above there will be a face that actually dripping blood. That's very creepy. And there's a lot of like the homunculi bodies around. And there's no other choice but to jump down to proceed to the next level. Right, here we are at the next area, the tunnels. Hey. This is a very creepy place, I have to say. And there's a lot of all these wall symbols. Alright, so we got another symbol. Actually, it's a palm. That's interesting. So yeah, over here there's a lot of these weird symbols. I'm not sure what it means, but you'll find them throughout the whole game. Such as over here, it's actually a light. And over here we can find another note. Regarding your previous concerns of the concern on the possibility of homunculi plotting against us, I've informed our colleagues in the laboratories and they will mull over the situations. Meanwhile, please stay focused on monitoring the homunculus activity down below. So basically this is another hint on what the homunculi had been doing in the next level. The next area. Right. Hey, that is creepy. So, and over here we can find this passage actually being blocked because there's a stone and the ground was broken down. And we'll be actually going to take that vessel on that skelly holding. And also be careful, you can see the line, there's another trap. Alright, here we are. Got more herbs, but we cannot hold it. Maybe you can try use... Nope, we are still on full health. Hey, let's try to turn on the switch, I mean. Okay. So here we are, we unlock the tunnel to the next level, the next area. Alright, I'm still curious about actually what is this room. Something is blocking. Maybe you can discover it later. Yep, the symbols again. Okay, so guys, so you see that one? Basically that is the creature we have to deal in this stage. And over here, you can find over here, this is the crate where the symbols we need to put in. Okay, so first one is this. Second one, yeah, the cross, the reverse E, and the palm. Right, so let's try to grab the key. Laboratory storage key again. Can we not read? Let's drop this first. A written note, shiny glimmery like matted sunlight. This exquisite yellow sheen. A little piece of God. Ours now. They don't believe me and call me mad. I will show them. Okay, so I think this note is actually describing the gold melted like sunlight. Yeah, so I believe this is actually describing the gold. You know, the alchemists, they're always obsessed with turning things into another different, what do you call that? Turning things into gold and there's a hand over here. Yeah, turning things into gold and turn different elements into another element. Sort of like basic science. Okay, there's another baby fetus over there. Have to be careful. Okay, so let's drop the key over here because we'll be coming back over here again. Just make sure we remember it. And over here we actually have to find the staircase and go to get the bulb or the vessel. And over here we have this device. So this is where we actually created the bomb for the unlock to the next tunnel area. And this is the area where you can try to create another bomb. And over here we have the key as well. But before that, it's fighting time. So let's try to kill that weird ass creatures first. Alright. Okay, there we are. I would say that actually this creature is very easy to deal with comparing to the others. You just have to time it correctly. And over here, we just need to grab over here, this ladder. And the symbols again. And over here, actually this passage was being blocked, so we need to create a bomb to break it. So yeah, so once we got the ladder, we need to get back into the area just now. We found the hole. And this will be the use for the ladder. Right, so we got the key, let's try grab it. Alright, okay, so we need to change again. There we are. Okay. Oh yeah, over here. You know what? Okay, so maybe we'll come back over here later after we unlock the room. Okay, so there's the creature we have to kill. Okay, so we managed to kill it. But at the same time, it actually hurt us, so you can see the protection charm is gone. Alright, so over here we have another note. Maybe we can try to read this first. Another homunculus sneaks into our lab yesterday. We can't let them see our formula. To reveal what has been hidden, use the green virtual solutions on the Gaunat chalk. Destroy this note as soon as possible. So what is actually trying to tell us here is actually another next clue to the puzzle. To try to reveal what's hidden on this wall. To try to solve the next puzzles. Anyway, so this key is a bit meant for this room. Let's try to open this room. And over here seems to have, yep, it looks like gold to me. And what can we find here? And there's this poor alchemy die over here. Okay, we can grab this. The golden hand, Midas touch. Discover the secret of mad alchemist. Yeah, so I believe this is actually unlocking the true ending by having these weapons. So let's try to keep this first. So over here, we need to turn these liquid solutions into green. And we have blue over there, yellow. And over here is red. So these are the primer color. So in order to turn this solution into green, we need to first mix the blue and the yellow. And there we are, it will turn green. Okay, so this is the solutions we needed. And this sponge soaked with the solutions. And the very tedious things is you actually have to... Okay, so a very tedious thing is actually you have to move the thing yourself to unveil what is actually hidden there. And it's gonna take quite a long time, so later we'll just skip right through the whole painting. Alright, so here we are. So if after you've done all the rubbing on the wall, it's a very tedious process, and you discover this wall of illustrations. So it's a clue to solve the puzzle for the next things we need to do. So the clue is... Wait, let's try drop this sponge. So over here we can find what it means is this corresponding logo, I mean the symbols, we actually place into this device to create the bomb, which this sun guy actually holding. So the arrangement will be based on probably you can see this symbol with the one single head, creature, so it means just one. And as for this lady, will be 2 heads, so it means it's on the second. And the 3 head dogs, I think it's a Cerberus, will be these symbols over here. And also the amount of the head corresponding to the amount or quantity we need to put it into this chamber, if I believe so. If I were correct, yeah. But somehow during the last playthrough, you're actually able to unlock quite smoothly. Anyway, let's unlock this. So over here has been blocked, and this is the vessel we need to grab. Right, so right after we got this vessel, let's try to jump down over here. So first things first, we need to slot these things over here. And we need to grab all these jars. So the first one was these symbols. Let's try to put it in. I'm not sure whether the arrangement it actually means anything, but just to be safe, so I believe this is the second one, the symbol on the lady. So there's 2, means that we need to put 2. And the last one was, I believe this is the symbol if I remember correctly, so there's 3 of them. This is the second one. And this is the third one. I'm not sure whether the arrangement is actually needed, but the only thing I remember is I followed this way. It somehow still managed to unlock the device. Anyway, let's try to do this. Alright, here we are. So we managed to grab these things. And now this thing is actually not yet complete. We still need to go through one more stages, which is the room over here. Okay, so we can actually put in. And afterward, we need to close the door and to activate the machinery to actually manage to complete the bomb itself. But before that, over here also we actually can find another storage key. So the crate will be, I believe, over here. Where was it again? I think it's in this room. Yep. Here we are. Okay, so we got the charm again, and there's another note. Let's try to read this. We make them look and behave like us. We teach them how to think and work like us. Everything is going perfectly, but when I watch them soullessly perform tasks over and over again, I can't help but wonder what will happen to us. What are we to do once the homunculi are ready? What's the point? Well, that is very true. So it's kind of like AI replacing our workforce. I mean, in certain industry at the moment. So yeah, once the AI is mature, I wonder what we'll be doing. Anyway, so we got what we needed. Let's close this door and activate these machines. And over here you can see something interesting. There's actually a light over there. And right after its flash, we'll see this bomb is completed. And can unlock the door. Let's try grab this bomb. It's actually a quite cool looking bomb. I'm not sure what liquid is it inside, but it's actually glowing. Alright, so here we are. We can put it in and have to back off quite a bit distance just to be careful. Yep. And here we are to another stage. And we cannot go back anymore because our character cannot climb. And here we are, the Homunculus village. So this is the last stage. So over here we can actually read the last entry. The Homunculus seems to have finished, or at the very least, ceased the construction of the strange tower. We will send a party to investigate the nature of their new project. So they also created their own tower. You can see over there. So that is the tower they created by themselves, to mimicking the humans, or to mimic their creators. So yeah, I wonder what is this thing's doing, what's this thing's used for? Liberate me? Right. So over there, the flashing was actually the tower over there, you can see. So last time in the last run, there was this strange creature actually being locked within the tower. Not sure what that creature is, but yeah, somehow it actually helped us to flee from this area. And this is the village of Homunculus. And we can see they are working endlessly. So actually you can interact with them. Oh shit. We just turned it into gold? Okay, fuck. But yeah. Anyway, so actually in the last run through, the Homunculus will tell you that this is actually a lumberjack who will just keep on working on his woods. God, I did not expect that thing would actually turn into gold as well. Anyway, some hay to give to the animal. Smells so good. Yeah, so they will actually keep talking. Let's try this again. Oh my god. They actually turn into gold? That's so crazy. Shit, I did not know that they actually turn into gold. This is interesting. Can we actually turn this into gold? Nope. Okay, so one thing guys, you have to be careful when you see the bloaty dudes. We have to avoid it at all costs, because it will actually damage Earth slowly. Okay, so this golden hand is actually very dangerous. We have to keep it first. Yeah. In case of those of you who haven't watched the first playthrough, I will link it down at the comment sections as well as the description, so you guys can go and watch the first playthrough and my raw reaction on this game. And over here we have another homunculi. We can interact. Children, don't swim too far. And yeah, there's another monster we have to deal with. So basically this one acting like a parent over here, but we don't see any children at all. We only see that weird fetus over there. Okay. Let's try turn that thing into a gold. Oh, this is so cool. Now at least we don't need to deal with all this annoying creature. We just whack it with this hand. The head is so nice. It crumbles up? Oh, I did not expect that. I thought they're just gonna stay gold forever. Anyway, what are you? A lumberjack cuts down trees and build houses. Oh, here, wait. This is actually the actual lumberjack. The other one is just cutting the... I think it's a lumberjack as well, if I remember correctly. I shall liberate you from doing your work for eternity. Okay, so in the last playthrough, we didn't actually go through over here. Yeah, I didn't know that there's actually we can break through over here. There's something new at least. Alright. Let's change back into the gold, and yes, this guy is actually just going to stare at you very creepily. Looks much better. Alright. Let's try open this crate. Okay, so it's locked, so we need to find the key. Right. So over here we can find anything, because in the last run I didn't go that detail. I think I kind of focus on try to break the game, go through the game as soon as possible. Yeah. And over here we have another homunculus. We can actually try to see what is it. How beautiful they are when they are sleeping. So this one just going to looking at his... Wait, that homunculus sleeping? That homunculus or is actually sleeping? Oh wait. Now I only noticed the details. Actually this homunculus is dead. Okay, so this is one of the weird ass homunculi. It's actually saying that the dead is beautiful. Okay. I shall liberate you from your weird fetish. Okay, so this one cannot change. Alright. Let's open this crate. Alright, we can get another protection charm and another note. Why is the note actually closed? On such heresy proclaims that God is not, in fact, an omniscient and omnipotent being, but a spiritual energy moving through every living thing. This idea can be also found in the paganistic concept of anima mundi. The rest of the text is eligible. Right, so it's just need to learn about... I need to learn about the ancient text, the scripts, to understand this. Actually, I don't really understand the whole context of that last passage. Maybe you guys can actually help and let me translate into the... I mean, I don't really understand the passage. Maybe you guys can actually translate so I can understand. Alright, so we'll be going through here. Right. So guys, so over there, right, you see those guys? You have to be careful. Actually, it will actually explode and create the... Okay, so those guys will actually explode and create poison dust. So once inhaled, it will actually slowly killing you. Right, nothing around. Try to avoid activating those creatures. And yes, this whole building, I mean this whole entire area built by the homunculi, it is kind of fascinating if it is actually happened. It has happened, I mean, yeah, but luckily it didn't. Or else I will not know how will we be in this era. Okay, so nothing over here. And over here actually we can go through and try to walk over here. But there's actually nothing above. Just an upper view of this building. So in the end we still have to jump over here. Alright. Let's try to get rid of this trap first. Okay, so we got broken torch. So yeah, in this area we need this torch actually to illuminate the entire area. It's actually a very dark area we need to go through. And also we will be facing another enemies later on. Okay, let's light this place up a bit. Okay, just to make sure no enemies around. Okay, so over here you need to jump down. Thank God. It looks so scary though. Down there is just water. She's scared the shit out of me. Alright. Guys, so over there there's another bloaty dude. That's what I'm gonna call it. Look at it. It's bloated. And whoever's inside, whoever thing's inside, we're actually slowly killing us. Okay, so over here we can actually try to break this. What? Okay, so here we are. Need to crouch again. Okay, so this is the next things we need to do. I mean, the next puzzle will be coming soon. And this kind of looks like Elden Ring-ish, kind of a vibe. And like a final boss destinations. And over here we have this strange symbols. Actually, apparently it's created by the Homunculus themselves. And I actually still don't understand why they have to impale the thing onto themselves. Maybe it's some rituals they try to recreate around this tree. Okay. Anyway, this is actually another door, so there will be number correspondingly we have to go through. So in order to do so, over here we got a torch, right? We need to lead this creature like so. Alright, let's light up this area. And we have to unlock the door by crank these mechanisms or this device. Yeah. Anyway, so over here we also have a note. The waterway have most likely been unmanned for several days. I found the homunculus responsible hidden inside a newly built chamber, crafting strange objects with indescribable symbols on them. It almost looks like they're attempting alchemy. Alright, so that's what I think that's what it tried to show. So it means that the alchemy who created all these homunculi, they are now trying to attempt to be the alchemists themselves. So basically they are trying to replace human from being an artificial human, becoming an actual human. Oh yeah, now I only noticed there's actually this guy over there. Okay, so this is the enemy we need to face through in these stages. Last time I was thinking how on earth there's an homunculus drop from the sky, but when I look up, it's basically we're in the cave. Yeah, so I guess that explains how did this thing drop down. So we have to be careful, but with the hand of Midas, we are actually much more safer now. I think we can actually turn him into gold. Careful. Okay, so over here can lit this up. Alright. So let's try to break those obstacles. Okay. Over here we can grab this. Alright, we are still full. That's a good thing. Okay, so this door requires a key later to unlock. Okay, yeah. And over here is a dead end that we cannot actually hatch it through. Same as here. And over here, let's lead this place. Right. Okay. Alright guys, so over here we can find a pile of dead homunculus body, and this is a key we need to get through the door. Yeah, so once we hold on to the key, the creature will actually come rush at us, so we have to be prepared before that. And also let's lead this area. Alright, let's try to break everything, so when we try to escape from the enemies, we don't actually run into obstacles and get killed. And yes, we can actually get killed in this game. Alright, so this is another door, the number 2. Hey. Alright, so once we clear all the obstacles, so let's get ready. Oh, fuck. Oh yeah, we can actually... Oh yes! We can actually turn him into gold as well. So it's actually much easier now to deal with. So now we don't need to worry. Okay, so it's just crumble. I wonder will it regenerate? Because last time I remember that creature is actually very annoying. So it just tried to distract us from actually try to get through the entire game. Oh wait, did we drop the key? Oh, I think we did. It was around here, is it? Oh wait, we didn't. Okay, so we are still holding it. Okay, so we just need to unshift to, shift to reveal the key. Alright. So here we are in this room. So basically just now the creature actually will follow you until the end. So it's actually a very annoying creature. Oh wait. Let's try to lit this room. So at least you can see. Okay. So at least we got what we needed here to unlock the door. Okay, so this makes the entire game so much easier with the Hand of Midas. Alright. So after that, I believe this door will be open. Yep. Okay, so let's try lit this, please. It's not gonna come back, right? Let's hope that creature is not gonna regenerate. Okay. So over here, I believe he's just gonna make one round. Yep. And I think if I were to remember correctly, there seems to be something. Yep. So that is. So yeah. And over here, I think we're just gonna make one big round. It's like a maze. Right. So let's try to do this. Okay, so we unlock another door. Okay, so let's get back up. So if you guys were to play this on the first run, you have to be careful with the creature. It's actually gonna come at you at any time. Right, so here we are. And over here, just have to be careful. Reminder, there's traps around. Okay, is there anything over here? Didn't miss. Alright, so there's nothing over here, so let's try proceed to the next area. Hey, so yeah, the Hand of Midas really makes the entire game so much easier. If otherwise, the creature was still following us until this point, and it's very annoying. And it's also very painful as well. I have to say that the attack damage is actually very painful, and it can kill you very easily. And there's the bloaty dude again, so let's try to avoid that. And yeah, over here there's nothing to do, so we just have to jump down. And even at this point, if you were to watch my first playthrough, the creature was still here trying to attacking us. Anyway, let's lit this room and crank this open. And there we are, the door is open. So if this is your first playthrough, you have to rush over here as soon as possible because the creature was going to be following you very closely. So unlocking this, the water actually pushed the enemy backward, but is still able to climb up. You have to unlock all the stages as fast as possible. and the water will push the creature down and keep it away from you. Keep it away from you for a distance. As for the last stages, you will actually drown the creature, and that's how you kill it. Oh, I didn't notice there was actually a herbs over here. Yeah. Because last time I remember when I was at this stage, I was actually very badly damaged by the creature. So guys, so if you have found yourself over here, there's a herbs you can grab. Alright, let's try jump down over here. Okay, there's nothing over. And let's try to talk to this guy. Actually, sometimes this homunculus will actually reveal a bit of the story as well. We've captured it, but we still feel empty. Yeah. So occasionally all these homunculus will actually revealing what's happening around here as well as the notes, and this is how we learn the story throughout the game without the game developer doing some narrating for us. And be careful with this floaty dude. Fuck, what was that? Okay guys, so that is another bloaty dude over there. Can we actually jump down here? Oh, okay, so we can just jump down from here. So we just avoid confronting that creatures. Alright. Also, over there, you can see there's another monster on top of the... what do you call that? The bridge. I will assume that's actually a bridge. And yeah. And also there are actually monsters in the water, so let's try to be careful. Oh wait, what am I doing? We can actually use this. That is the benefit of unlock the hidden crate. Alright, so we need to go through here and deal with this motherfucker. Yes! How beautiful it is. It looks so magnificent when this kind of a creature turns to gold. Look at it. Nice. Yep. So over here we need to actually jump down from this point. And careful, there's actually monsters around. And there's like a underwater slugs. Oh wait, where should we go? Oh yeah, you can hear that. There's the slugs. For some reasons we cannot get it, but never mind. Oh. Fuck. So we can... okay, so we cannot hit it. That's a bit unfair. Oh wait. Okay, so I just make a wrong turn, so yeah, we had to go through here. Don't be like me. Okay, so that is actually a bloaty guy, so I have to be careful with him. Oh, I can hear it's getting closer. Let's try to walk a bit further from him. Alright. Okay, so we managed to pass through those two. Okay, so this is the point where we actually need to come over. Alright, so if this is actually your first playthrough, so later we'll be having this crate underneath the bridge. So the key actually will be on top. So we need to get through. Right, so here we are. So this is the tower the homunculus has built for themselves. Anyway, let's try heal first. Okay. No. This is Ouroboros Tower. Just to be careful, let's hold out this golden hand. And yes, there's a lot of these herbs we need it later on. Yes. So there it is. The key for the crate. So this is the Ouroboros Tower. So we'll be going in. Before that, let's try get back down to grab the things in the crate. Alright, here we are. And this is the last crate we'll be opening. The protection charm. Okay, this is the slugs again. And the annoying thing is actually we cannot use the hand of Midas on the slugs. Alright, here we are. At the magnificent tower built by the Homunculus. In desperate attempt to be part of the world as humans are, these soulless husks have bound me here. Hey. Right. So, oh wait, so we on the last run we actually missed this part. The painting. So basically those are the Homunculi attempting to capture the god himself. Wait, is that... I believe that thing is actually like a god and they captured it. And over here it seems that they actually imprisoned this creature god-like presence in this tower. Yeah. And over here they built the tower on top of the creatures. So they tried to lock it within this tower. Okay, so this is cool. Wait, let's keep this. We finally caught it, but nothing has changed. Right. I shall liberate you from your pain. Yeah, so basically the wall is describing the Homunculi capture them. Alright. Oh yeah, wait. We need to find the herbs. Okay, let's try plug any of this. Okay, so those are some cool little details we missed last time. Right, so now we have generated the steams, we can actually descending through Homunculus Caput Mortum Tower. Right. Here we are in this tower of very built by the Homunculi. Alright, so in this room we'll be basically playing the Homunculi version of the puzzles. And that is basically the hint. So first of all you need to... Okay, so the hand need to be impaled. So over here, this is the thing. We need to place our hand on it. So basically you just pierce through your hand. I know it's very painful. So you need it to unlock this stage. As for over here, you can see there's actually what do you call it? There's a device over here. Need to draw the pattern with your own blood. And in order to find out what is the pattern, you just have to randomly move this device around. But what? Yeah. So in order to know how. Okay, so in order to know how it works is it will actually lighten up the symbols. Yeah, you just have to play through with luck. Okay, so there we are. So once the thing's lit up, so that's where you know the sign is actually correct. So we just have to drag the hand. Okay, so this first layer gone. Oh wait, I'm sorry. So guys, I just realized one thing. So it's actually not it's actually the phantom is not random. It's actually, you see those tiny hooks, and over there is the indicator, right? So yeah, all the triangle needed to go to the left. Okay. Alright, as for this one. Okay, so yep, there we are. So just now, actually, in the first playthrough, I just randomly tried to do the pattern. So now guys, so you know that it's actually the top circle over here indicating the arrows. You have to align with this thing to get the answer. So over here is left to middle, go all the way up, turn right and come down. Right. Okay, go all the way up, turn right, come down. Right. So we unlock another stage, and this time is actually all the way on the right. Okay. Oh no, these things, keep it back there. Alright, so it's like a U pattern. Alright, so with this being done, we have unlocked to the next level. And for some reason, there's actually a few skelly just passed through. Not sure what is that. I didn't notice that in the first run through. Can we turn you into gold? Oh, that is so cool. We can actually turn this spirit into the gold as well. Okay. So those spirits actually ran to here is actually the monsters. Right. Okay. Anyway. So after that, we need to come into this hallway. Okay. Here we are. So this is where we enter. Oh wait, did I just make one round? Fuck. Oh wait, that's actually the bloaty dude. Okay. Alright. So this is actually the chamber we need to come in to actually open up the door. So in this area, the puzzles are mainly doing the same thing, using your torch to line up to hit the globe. So that's how you actually unlock the stages. Alright, so after we open this door, let's try jump down. Oh cool, so now I just only noticed actually there's this statue over here. There's this human-like... Wait. How should I describe this? So it looks like this guy trying to escape. Or did the Homunculus actually trap this dude here? Well, we cannot deny the possibility of them doing that. Oh wait. Okay, so also have to be careful with the okay, so we have to be careful also. Over here also there will be flying darts around. Wait, so those are the... Okay, so we have to be careful with all these statues as well. So they are the one who are corresponding to shooting all the darts as well. Oh. Okay, let's try to be careful. Oh. Okay, so we just use one of the charm again. Damn, those are very smart. I didn't know they actually can shoot downwards. Free me from this binding. Alright, so here we are in this tower. Right. Oh fuck. Huh? Oh fuck. When to go? Okay, so oh yeah, so we have to, I forgot, so you have to wait until the skelly bites. That's where the timing we can actually attack it. Okay. So there's still a timing we need to wait for the monster to be turned into gold. Alright, luckily we managed to heal. Alright, so over here we'll be using this to unlock the puzzles. I mean the key to the puzzles. So now the question is, where is it leading to? Oh wait, is it over there? Yeah, I believe this will lead to this orb. Can we actually hit the other one? No, I think it's a bit too far. Right, I think it's a bit too far, so I guess that's only able to unlock one of the orb. Is there any more skellies around? Alright, so over here we have another one. So let's try link this to the orb over there at the opposite. Okay. Is there any more we can link to? Alright. I think we're done over here. Yeah, this place is kind of like a maze. I'm still... Okay, wait, how do we go down? Or maybe we have to go to the other way, the other side of the entrance. Yeah, over here is kind of a little bit like a maze-like, so even I also get confused sometimes. Oh wait. So let's try turn them into gold first. Okay, so that's how you turn them into gold. Let's try get rid of all this annoying skelly first. Alright, so with that settled, we can proceed to solve all the puzzles in the area. Alright, so that is the orb that we actually need to hit right there. Is there any more globe we can actually need to hit? Alright, so we have unlocked all, so now we need to go to face the god himself. Oh, I believe that's the god. That is very cool. I wonder how did the Homunculus able to achieve to capture the god. And here it is. This is the so-called the god himself. Look. Okay, so we actually at this point, I think we can admire this creature. I wonder, I thought we freed him, so somehow he's still there to wait for us. Alright, here we are. So this is the god himself. So the next things I'm wondering, can we actually turn him into the god? Go. Betrayer, greed upon greed, sins upon sin. This grand guild tomb will befit your petty, bigger soul. Farewell. We just killed the god himself. Oh. Okay. This is cool though. So we just killed the god and turned him into the gold. Okay, so this is cool. So what should we do now? Okay. So that's the end. So we just trapped in the tower for eternity. So that's what it means. Alright guys, so I guess this is the end. Oh wait. Or maybe there's one more thing I want to do. Yeah, maybe there's one more thing I want to try to do is to not to turn him into the gold even though we obtained the hand of Midas. Okay, so I'll skip after this, so we go straight into the next scene. Alright guys, so we are actually back over here again. So this time, let's try to do this without actually turning the god into the gold. Well, let's see what's gonna be happen. Right. Yeah, so let's do this one more round. Let's try to not turn the god into the gold and after we obtain the hand of Midas. Alright, so the right side over here we need to go through to unlock the other two orbs. Which is over here, there's one of them. And this is the second one. There's a very weird angle. Alright. Oh yes. I wonder what we'll be unlocking after this. If we will not turn the god into the gold. Okay, so we are having one difficulty. We have to wait for this guy to disintegrate first. Alright. Where's the other? Okay, so it's over there. Alright, so we need to go to see the god himself. Alright. So we have dealt with the skelly. Alright, so here we are again to face the god. Okay, forgot about this skelly over here. Alright, so this round, instead of turning this god into the gold, I wonder what happened. We just talk to him. Many strive to disunite from the world, but you are worth singing to. In aeon past, I stood a jagged stone, a pillar of thoughts, a name alone, with edge raw of rocks and will. I was the voice that moves, hands that stills. Then the tide comes like a quiet grey, and smoothed my corner day by day. Not at once, but grain by grain, they washed me into a soft refrain. For art, I gave my placing so. For ease, I let them take control. And now, behold, the theft. There's only a shadow of me left. Still, I remember long and far, the crooked path, the untamed stars, and I wonder if some lost in years, the jagged stone might reappear. Hey, so it seems like the god's gonna bring us through over here again. So it's gonna carry us out from this tower. Thank you. Alright, so this way it is. We are back at the village. So this is actually the village we're seeing. And that is the tower has crumbled down. So just now, if we were to turn the god himself into gold, we'll trap inside that bottom of the tower for eternity. So we liberated as well. So we help the god actually bring us through and escape from here. And I wonder what happened for now, since we have this hand of Midas. Okay, looks the same as last time. Okay, so the homunculus just gonna stare at us. So there's nothing different. Alright guys, so there's the true ending of the whole entire gameplay. So it's either we die with greed or we actually able to escape, but somehow the homunculus escape as well and live within the village. Or was it the homunculus already dominate the whole village from start? So yeah, that's something to think about. I have to say that this actually entire game is very well made. I enjoy it so far, even though it's actually a second playthrough. And I enjoy the hand of Midas very well. Yeah, so entire gameplay is going through with all the notes to understand the whole entire story. So if you made this far, thank you so much for sticking around. I really hope you enjoyed it. A like and a sub would mean the world to me and help this channel grow. So let me know your thoughts in the comments too. I'll always read them and catch you in the next one. Take care and bye bye.